Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. For the past few days, a section of a society, especially the supporters of the ruling BJP, have been hit with a realization that you cannot keep snakes in your backyard and expect them to not turn on you. I'm talking about Yati Narsinganand Saraswati. The hardline Hindutvawadi temple priest from Uttar Pradesh's Ghaziabad was pretty much unknown to the rest of the country until his video spewing venom against Muslims went viral. Earlier in April this year, a video went viral of his speech from Delhi Press Club. In his speech, he was seen giving choicest of abuses to the minority community. He has even called all of India's Muslims as jihadist enemies of Hindus and that they do not deserve the right to life. He called the great freedom fighters of this country, Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, and the scientist who by all his heart was probably more devoted to this nation than all of us collectively, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, jihadis and traitors. Yati Narsinganand has been an active figure in the far-right ecosystem that considers Muslims as the enemies of Hindus and makes sure that this message is spread to their followers constantly. He has been also linked to several right-wing leaders, workers who have often been caught making inflammatory, anti-minority, hateful and downright communal statements. However, he first shot to prominence in March this year when a boy walked into the temple for water but was brutally assaulted after devotees learned he was Muslim. Yes, a 14-year-old boy was thrashed by Narsinganand's devotees because he was a Muslim. Recently, there was an attempt to allegedly stab Narsinganand, following which security was stepped up in his temple. There are now clear instructions not to let any Muslims in the Dasana temple. Now, Yati Narsinganand's anti-Muslim bile has earned him thousands of followers on social media and some of his videos have got lakhs of views. He also received support from Hindutva politicians who continuously push anti-minority narrative. For example, Kapil Mishra. The same Kapil Mishra who gave the slogan of Desh ke Gaddaron ko during Shaheen Bagh protest also launched a donation drive for Narsinganand's temple and his mission. And what was Narsinganand's mission for which Kapil Mishra collected lakhs of rupees? The mission was to remove Islam and Muslims from the face of the earth. He raised more than 25 lakh rupees for him in crowdfunding. Now, Narsinganand gained thousands of followers by abusing and demonizing the minority community and inciting violence against them, and the right-wing party leaders gave him a red carpet welcome to the mainstream discourse for their benefit. So, Yati Narsinganand, who was until a few days back a hero for the right-wingers and received much respect and money from the right-wing leaders, including that of the BJP, has now turned out to be a big disappointment for them. All it took was one video of him talking about what he thinks of women in politics. For the absolute garbage that he spoke, I am neither going to play the video and nor I am going to go into the exact details of what he said. But for the idea of what triggered such an outrage among the right-wingers against one of them, let me tell you in one sentence. In a video that went viral, Narsinganand is allegedly telling devotees that women politicians and particularly those from the BJP are mistresses of their male counterparts. And this upset many of his supporters from the BJP who had earlier endorsed him, although tacitly. Anger poured in on social media against him with popular BJP supporters on Twitter like Shefali Vaidya, BJP leader Tajinder Pal Bagga calling for action against him. Even Kapil Mishra, who collected money to support him, called for action against him. Tajinder Pal Bagga then tagged UP Police and NCW Chief Rekha Sharma in a tweet calling for action against Narsinganand. And then the wheels moved pretty fast in the otherwise slow system, especially when it comes to hate speeches and the hate crimes. 3 FIRs were filed against Yati Narsinganand for his remarks against women and further investigation is now pending. It is quite surprising that the BJP leaders did not realize that the radical Hindu outfits and their leaders who spew venom are beyond their control. So they may use them for their benefit, but there will be a time when the right will go wrong for the BJP itself. And we had said this 2 years ago, that these right-wing leaders will be a bane for the Saffron Party. You can check out the link of the video in the description box below. Well, the point that I want to make is the functioning of the system can be described with these phrases. Show me the man and I'll show you the law. The FIR was registered. The wheels moved so quickly when the complaint against Narsinganand came from BJP leaders. But this did not happen when he was openly giving calls for killing minorities, calling them enemies and inciting his disciples. It did not even move when he called the pride of our nation Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam jihadi and traitor. But when BJP leaders complained, the speed with which police acted would even shame the Flash. Not that I believe he should not be booked. He should be for what he said about women, and he should be booked for what he said about minorities too. Because it is people like him who fan the communal divide in the society that leads to hate crimes. And in the last few days, the hate crimes have risen sharply. A Muslim bangle seller was beaten up for selling bangles in Hindu locality. He was later charged for harassing a minor girl. A Muslim pani puri wala, a Muslim dosa vendor, a Muslim kabadi wala was harassed and made to chant Jai Shri Ram. It is people like Narsinganand who promote such violence and reward those who are involved in such shameful acts. If everyone is equal in the eyes of law, he should have been booked for his venomous statements long back, but he was not. It only happened when he fell out of favor with the BJP leaders. So is the law different for the BJP leaders and different for others, for common men? One must think about this. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. And if you want us to bring you more such stories, please do subscribe to our channel, please do comment below the video, and please do support us. Thank you so much.